In this tutorial animation, we'll continue our examination of digital circuit simulation using the CircuitLogix simulation software package from Logic Design Inc. In this Part 2 tutorial, we'll be looking at digital simulation setup, displaying digital states, as well as digital waveform display. We will be working with our transparent tri-state latch application created in the first tutorials on digital circuit construction. In this basic digital circuit, values are being placed onto a data bus by a data sequencer. The information on the data bus can then be routed to one of two transparent latches using a chip select line. In addition, each latch has an output enable control. The chip select and output enable values are carried to the chips via a control bus, which is separate from the data bus. Prior to simulating our circuit, we'll take a look at the digital simulation setup options available. Select the options item to bring up the options menu. Next, we select the digital options item to bring up the digital options dialog box. There are three principal settings in the digital options dialog box: the step size, X magnification, and simulation speed. Step size can be measured in either ticks or cycles. A cycle always consists of 10 ticks. A tick is the smallest unit of delay for the digital simulator. It takes 1 tick to perform a single step of the simulation for all devices. X magnification can be adjusted to view larger or smaller sections of the digital waveforms in the waveform display window. Simulation speed allows the user to determine how fast the simulation runs. Our circuit is an extremely basic digital circuit. We therefore set the simulation speed to a value of 1, which represents the slowest simulation possible. This will allow us to view the values on the hex displays. Click on the OK button to confirm the digital option settings and close the dialog box. We're now ready to move on and simulate the digital circuit. We can begin the simulation by clicking on the toggle switch in the upper right corner. Digital simulation is interactive. The user can click on any of the stimulus devices in the circuit and change their state, and the circuit responds immediately. In this instance, we've changed the chip select setting. In addition to indicators and hex displays, digital states can also be illustrated using the tracer button. When this button is selected, the digital state present on every wire in the circuit is illustrated by a color change. A color change to red indicates a digital 1 present on that wire. The wire reverts to its original color when a digital 0 is present. With the simulation stopped, we can now click on the Reset button to clear all the digital values present in the circuit. We'll now move on and illustrate how digital waveforms can be displayed while running digital simulations. The digital waveform present at any point in the circuit can be displayed by using the Digital Scope Probe tool. To place a scope probe, click on the Oscilloscope button in the main component toolbar. Click in the desired location to drop the probe. The Edit Scope Probe dialog box appears, allowing the user to enter a trace name. In this instance, we've selected Latch 1, Data Bit 0. We then proceed to connect the probe lead to the desired circuit location. Once the probe is connected, the information present at this circuit point will be displayed in the digital waveform display window. Jumping ahead, we've connected 4 scope probes to the 4 lines of Data Latch 1. We've connected an additional scope probe to the least significant bit coming from the data sequencer. We'll use this as a clock indicator. We click on the Waveform Display button to bring up the digital waveform display window. With the window open, we can see that there is 1 trace present for every probe placed in their digital circuit. The order in which the traces are listed can be modified by clicking and dragging any item to a new location. The traces appear initially in the order in which the probes were placed. We start the simulation and observe the waveforms being plotted in the waveform display window. The waveforms are being plotted in real time. We'll take a moment now and illustrate how the X magnification setting in the digital options is affecting the waveform display. We reduce the X magnification value from 10 down to 5.
and observe the impact this has on the waveform display. As can be seen, a change to the X magnification setting effectively zooms in or out on a waveform. As many additional traces as required can be added to the waveform display by simply placing more scope probes in the circuit. We once again click on the toggle switch in the upper right corner of the circuit to end the simulation. As has been illustrated, simulating and displaying information for digital circuits is simple and easy using the CircuitLogix simulation software package. For more information regarding CircuitLogix or any of the other software simulation packages offered by Logic Design Inc., contact us at the email, toll-free number, or website shown here.